My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You're all here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you're committing the crime in which you've been arrested for. As you appear before me today, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with. That status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you are arrested on a new charge or a warrant. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine this morning whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pre-trial release which will be imposed upon you. You are entitled to have a lawyer represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire one, I will appoint the public defender's office for you this morning. You also are allowed to make a phone call so that friends, family, or counsel know where you are. If you haven't had the opportunity to make that phone call yet, please let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call this morning. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. And anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be used against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Go ahead and put your hands down as I call your name. Please come forward. Amber Barrett. Ms. Barrett, can I have your name, your date of birth, sorry.
12/15/1989.
Okay, you were here this morning for a retail theft, for attempting to take various interesting items from Walmart. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State the shape of prior record.
A couple drop cases in 2012 and 2008. That's all I can find right now.
Yes. Ma'am, I have an address here in Hammock Road in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
6 years.
Do you have a job?
I'm a stay-at-home mom.
All right, I'm going to set your bond at $500. We're going to see you back to court on November 26th at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Barbara Bradley. Can I have your date of birth?
2680.
Okay. You were here this morning for possession of a firearm by a felon. The bond is currently $10,000. Carrying a concealed weapon, the bond is $2,000. Driving on a suspended driver's license, second or subsequent offense, the bond is $1,000. And providing false name to law enforcement, the bond is currently $1,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
No, I have an attorney.
Who do you have?
It's Escobar.
Okay. I'll indicate on here that you are hiring a private attorney. We'll see you back to court on that case on November 13th at 1:15. I'm going to keep all the bonds the same. You also have a violation of probation here. I did find probable cause for your arrest on that. We're going to hold you no bond on that violation of probation. We'll also indicate that you have private counsel, and we'll see you back to court on November 13th, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Christina Coffey. Good morning. Can I have your date of birth?
981.
You were here this morning for defrauding a pawnbroker and dealing in stolen property. The bond amounts are currently $5,000 each. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State the shape of prior record.
I didn't get a criminal printout.
Okay.
Rap sheet.
Ma'am, I have an address here on Wildwood Drive in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
No.
Okay. Where do you live?
I decided the Dawn Center.
I'm sorry? I couldn't hear you.
I was at the Dawn Center.
Okay. How long have you been in Hernando County, Ms. Coffey?
18 years.
set your bond at $1,000 each, and we're going to see you back to court on November 26th at 8:30 in the morning.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anthony Fletcher. Can I have your date of birth?
3285.
You are here today for a violation of sex offender probation. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. We're going to hold you no bond on that until we get you back in front of Judge Merritt. We'll see you back to court on November 13th, okay? Someone from the PD's office will come out to see you soon. Joseph Hernandez.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Can I have your date of birth?
3394.
Okay. You are here today for a stalking. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
I'd like to hire Commissioner.
Do you know who you're going to hire?
Matthew Pila or Peter.
Okay. I do see that he's got a prior violation of an injunction and another case, and another stalking case. I believe it's all with the same victim. He resolved both of those in April and May of this year for 25 days in Hernando County Jail. Do you have anything other than that?
That is all I was able to find, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, sir, I'm going to order that you, once again, that you have no contact with the victim in this case, Emily Daggett. Don't interrupt me. If you have any contact with Emily while this case is pending, you'll be charged with another crime and held without bond. Don't call her, don't write her, don't email her. Certainly don't sit outside of her residence, in your vehicle, or anywhere where she may be staying. Stay completely away from her. If you see her out somewhere, you should turn around and go the other way. If for some reason she calls you, you should hang up the phone. I'm going to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case she wants to file another injunction against you. I see the previous one was dismissed. If she does file that injunction against you, make sure you read it very carefully. It'll be very specific as to how many feet you need to stay away from her, her home, her vehicle, or anywhere else where she may frequent. My concern is that you're not getting the message here about what is appropriate in relationships with other people. So considering your very recent prior record, I'm going to set your bond at $25,000, and we're going to see you back to court on November 28th at 9 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
Ricky Hicks. Can I have your date of birth?
2059.
You are here today for a violation of the domestic violence injunction. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes.
I'll have the public defender's office to represent you. State.
Let's see, battery in 2018, I'm guessing with the same victim.
Yes.
Ag assault with a deadly weapon in 2018, I'm not sure what the final disposition on that is. That's all I can find right now.
Okay. Sir, I don't have an address for you. Where are you living these days?
In Hernando.
Okay, you don't have an address right now?
10027 Huckleberry Drive.
Okay. Is that where you're not supposed to be, though?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not living there. Okay. So right now, with not living there, are you just staying on the street?
I just got out yesterday evening.
Okay. All right, so you were sentenced on the aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and the battery yesterday, right, in front of Judge Toner?
Yes.
And you received 4 years probation for that?
3 years.
3 years probation? Gotcha.
I'm guessing there's a VOP forthcoming with this gentleman.
I would think so. I don't know why there was not a probable cause arrest for a violation of probation at this point,
Hard to say.
but maybe it wasn't updated yet.
That'd be my guess. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to set your bond right now at $25,000. We're going to see you back to court on November 28th at 9 a.m. on this case. You will probably be served very soon with a violation of probation warrant on the case that you were just placed on probation for yesterday. That bond will be zero, and you'll be held with that bond on that warrant. So I'm just letting you know, just in case you decide, it might help you decide whether to post bond on this case, knowing that you're going to be held no bond on the other case. Right now it's $25,000, and we'll see you back November 28th, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Brian, 9.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Can I have your date of birth?
10:59.
You are here today for a felony domestic battery by strangulation. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll take the public defender's office to represent you. State.
Let's see. Assault or battery on a law enforcement officer with a DUI in 2007, possession of cannabis, 2007, failure to appear in 2010, aggravated battery that was dropped in 2011, violation of probation, 2012, resisting a law enforcement officer that was dropped in 2013. That's all I can find right now.
Mr. May I have an address for you on Hanley Drive in Spring Hill? Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
13 years minus about 8 months. I was in Pennsylvania in New Orleans.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am. I built cabinet doors and doors at DJ Mac.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000, okay? I'm going to order that you have no contact with Sierra Gurman. Don't have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not call, do not write, do not email. Any way that you can imagine having contact with her, I forbid you from doing so. If she calls you, you should hang up the phone. If you see her out somewhere, you should turn around and go the other way. If you violate my order and you end up having contact with Ms. Gurman, you'll be arrested on another charge and held without bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
We'll see you back to court on November 26th at 8:30 in the morning. Javon Seymour.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. What's your date of birth?
9/27/95.
All right. All right. You and Ms. Barrett went a little crazy at Walmart yesterday and committed a retail theft. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll put the public defender's office. State.
Drop lewd and lascivious exhibition in 2015. That's all I can find.
Okay, so I have an address here on Hammock Road in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
5 years, ma'am.
Okay, do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
Maintenance work, ma'am.
I'll set your bond at $500. I'm going to see you back to court November 26th at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.